Hey everybody, it's Frankie-Lou. I'm out here in my garden taking care of the chores I have to do before winter. We've had a couple frosts now and I've done most of my seed saving, so it's time to start breaking down the garden and prepare for next year's season. So I'm just going to show you what I'm doing with this one potato bed here. And I pretty much apply this technique to everything, but I find that it really helps the soil be ready for the new year, next spring, and the soil will be richer if I do this now. Okay, so this year is one of my 4x4 potato beds. I've got a lot out of it this year. I got some volunteer peas growing out of there, and I got a really good haul out of this year, probably about 10 at least meals worth of potatoes. And keep in mind, I was robbing them constantly for the new potatoes, and I was sick of snow peas by the time I was done with this. So as you can see here, I've got a nice bucket of my compost. Ooh, there's a prickle. I better get that out of there. That I'm gonna put about 2 buckets worth of that on top of here. So I'll do that now. The reason why I'm putting a good amount of compost is you can see this soil. It has been through a lot. It definitely did its job, and now I'm gonna do my job and feed it so it can help me out next year too. Okay, as you can see, I've put a nice layer of my really super rich compost. If you haven't seen it yet, I do have a whole video on how we do compost here in zone 3, and I always get 2 good batches every year, one in the spring and one in the fall with this technique. But I put a nice layer in here. I'm not gonna dig it in. Okay, so I've got this nice rich layer on here, and I'm going to leave that. I'm not going to dig it in. It might seem weird that I'm not going to do that, but I find that with the step I'm going to do next, I actually can save that part. I did have to dig in this bed because it's potatoes. You got to dig potatoes out. But with my other beds, I do very, very little digging. I pull out the dead plant matter, I put the compost on top, and then the next step is I've gathered up all the dead plant matter that I took off of here. Anything that I seed saved from, so a whole bunch of dried pea plants, a whole bunch of dried potato plants, and I'm going to lay that on here as mulch. I'll show you that just now. Okay, sorry about the wind, by the way. I know that it's hard to hear what I'm saying, but that's the nature of this area. Okay, so as you can see, I got a whole bunch of dead plant matter on there. It's dead, but it still contains valuable nutrition, which will also leach down into the soil. A snowpack will come onto this unfortunately very soon. And all of the nutrition that's in this plant and in the compost will be down into the soil. I do practice companion planting and crop rotation. So next year it's going to be brassicas in this bed, and everything will be rotated around, and the brassicas will benefit from all the nitrogen that was in there from the peas that I planted. It's a nice little cycle. It'll put different things back into the soil, as will the compost. Okay, I will also do another compost application in the spring. I just think that these beds are so intensively planted, it's really important to feed them. The other reason I like to do the plant matter is it helps my little wildlife. I want places for all of my spiders. I want places for all of my ladybugs, mason bees even in some of these plants, so that they can survive the winter here and help me out again in the spring. Okay, so I hope that's helpful. If you have any questions, this is just one bed. I've got like 27 more to go. So I'm going to be hard at it this week. Please do send me messages if you have any questions. Angus and I are busy working on other projects for making videos as well. And as always, I hope you take this chance to grow together today. Have a good one.